Welcome back to some more City Animation. I really don't understand anything that's going on, other than friends trying to not completely break down after the announcement one of them will be moving away, or the complete rejection and shutdown of a potential job opportunity at a magazine. So many small little stories, so many lives going on in this place. I really want to see more, and hopefully you do as well. So, I don't want to waste any more time, so strap yourselves in and get a drink. So we can watch a bit more anime. Actually, starting off with them and actually discussing the move and making the most of any time they actually have. I mean, it's probably no use moping about and complaining. I do like the separation from the different sides of the fountain being obscured by the water. Take lots of photos then, because memory is fallible. And she had so much time to make a little placard as well. Maybe a little time apart might actually be good for them. Remember, yeah. I mean, maybe it's a good thing to exclaim out loud. We're going to have degrees of separation of how they actually combine in some fashion or another. Please don't go down the conspiracy route of thinking the pyramids are built by aliens. Really diminishes what people were capable of. I don't believe that I had a friend group where someone had to move away, but going from one school to another and people going to different places of education has definitely been a part of my me growing up. Don't think there's a huge deal made out of it, like what was being shown off here. I completely blindsided myself by going down memory lane and not actually talking about anything. Yeah, after I finished education, basically my entire friend group went to university very far away. So trying to spend what time you can have is important. Knowing it's your last conversation is difficult, but that seemed like a good... Where'd the bat go? Assaulting an officer. Good catch, but at the rate it was going, how many fractures does he have now? He seems he took into the role of public safety after his restaurant was closed. Has he been walking the streets every day? Okay. Well, it's got one person there, so slightly higher than before. Is he going to be able to read the menu this time? This isn't quite like, is someone here a pilot or a doctor? I mean, if they have to outsource to random customers whether or not they can cook or not. Take a lesson from the master. I mean, yeah, just come back in a week or two when his injuries have healed. I mean, you are a chef, quote unquote, but you're not the this restaurant, so it can't be a official recreation of the dish. He's going to give him his version rather than the version of the restaurant. Is basically what I'm getting at. I hope I never have such flowing facial hair. Seems like a pain. Or maybe that's just, really long nose hair. Doesn't seem to be attached to anywhere else. No, I don't. Get the most out of your ingredients. Go straight to the source, get them fresh. Broken at the first hurdle. It's a battle of endurance. Who gives out first? How about they come to an agreement? I wasn't. Oh, he can float. Rice really is that good. Hopefully that will go easier than the rice. 4 hours each ingredient is going to be a very long wait. The turnaround for a restaurant style meal is usually quite quick. You don't usually have to go hunting your ingredients yourself. Huh! What kind of force is required there? I don't believe that is the best. If we don't now get a... No? We're not getting the Terminator reference? Okay. And what better place to eat a fried rice than on the edge of a cliff like this? Yeah, I don't think that's the proper suitable environment for growing green onions. You'd have thought the weight would have at least made him hungry and therefore better for it, but no. A shell of his former self. We've already had a near-death experience before. I think the Reaper is taking the day off, though, so might be in luck. Are you trying to boost his spirits or just annoy him back into it? True, that is the only reason she'd actually care. If she wasn't getting paid for this, she'd be out the door again. Are they going to have to learn how to cook themselves? It's something that she's going to have to work out on the spot. Please, just as long as she, okay, doesn't turn around with a mustache as well, then I'd be happy. Just, you know, shows great resolve, being able to stand right back up. But if anyone else crushes his dreams, is this actually happening or just in a kind of comatose dream that he's suffering? So yeah, maybe fried rice wasn't his calling. Yeah, the magazine can't stop printing that. It's part of so many people's daily routines. And punchline? No, we're just watching an old man sleep. Ah. Maybe we used to put a bit of money into marketing. There's a really well animated tail on that onesie. Please no more faces. I mean, she's very good at putting on airs, isn't she? Just how long is she going to be able to maintain that? Just the general joy of the world, you know? Do you really need to justify a smile? That would definitely make things harder. Being together? I'm not sure that's something to be happy about. Especially not these three. Is her scowl going to be burning holes through the wall? Okay. That's one way to elevate the mood, isn't it? Well, she is now. Or just... I was going to say seasick, but yeah, that works worse. I don't think she understands emotions. That is how things generally panned out when interactions with my brothers. You annoyed? No? Well, you're about to be. Something quick, quiet, and hidden. So that it be kept away from the masses. Okay. I mean, I have several packets of uncooked ramen in my cupboard at the minute, but... You know, I've not tried it raw. I mean, the texture... I can't see the texture as being too bad, though. It depends on how crunchy. Is there flavour packets that she's biting into as well? Do you really want to be the only one doing this? Then again, my eating habits and decisions of what's edible or not, maybe that should be questioned. What, are you going to put it away for later? Aha. You're going to have that, just powdered into your mouth as well? Going to start licking it from the bag. Yeah, she is. Please don't annotate what's going on in such a manner. It's like making a cup of tea without a mug. Or for Americans, maybe coffee. Now you're making a Bombay mix of broken ramen and flavor powder. I mean, a savory, crunchy, textury snack. Now she has to go and buy a whole lot more. Huh. So they actually spent time to animate a first person driving through the city. Hungry? That's probably why you shouldn't have appetizers and like... Midnight snacks are dangerous. It would be nice, though, to have a whole bunch of restaurants within walking distance, or in this case, a minute or two drive away. Can't really think of too many around here. Hairdresser? Barber? I mean, sort of scissors. Unusual. I don't really want to know what kind of... How is he staying afloat? There are so many businesses that are on the verge of bankruptcy. Money laundering. As long as it doesn't turn into some Sweeney Todd. Interesting to... Huh? The more I see this guy, the more I think he needs a hobby. So until they at least give something in exchange... At least it gives other people something to read in the meantime, I guess. So he's got a lot of... I'm questioning some of the stuff here, but averagely low. Also, you may not want to be... Yeah, I'm not going to question his internet searches. I mean, middle school students, do they really have a lot of money to be spending on haircuts? You're the origin of this, you monster. I guess that's some sort of equivalent exchange, sure. Being the granddaughter he can't see. Is it... Yeah, but is it signed, you know? Yeah, if it's an original manuscript... So he has a collection of the absurd. Yeah, that feels like it's a genuine piece ransacked from a country. I wonder if he got that legally procured. Aha. This place is incredibly... So that's what the trophy was for. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of people doing a lot of good for everyone else in this show. 21? This episode's kind of short. Yeah, if people did give back when they are handed something in life, then maybe our immediate areas will be slightly better for it. I wonder... Since we've had several little tournaments over who's the nicest and showing off of who can give back the best, is it just going to try and constantly outdo one another? Even if they're not, you know, personally in a competition? You know, the little things, sometimes you can turn someone's day around without even much effort on your part. God, I could need that sometimes. Oh. Okay then, after credits. Not a quiz! I'm awful at these because it's all kind of like modern trivia, music and movies and celebrities. I know none of that. Oh, add in sports. If it's useless bollocks and knowledge that no one ever should know, then maybe. Back scratcher? Is it, or is it going to be some random stuff? I don't know. A cat. Rubber ball? You're talking about like a blind stick thing? Don't know what massage ball is. But yeah, maybe just wait for the entire question to finish if it's a whole bunch of bluffs and twists. He's a master. I think this might be rigged. 42. I feel there's several characters who would get on well with him. Life is pain. Yeah. Your favourite. This isn't a... You've already buzzed. Yes isn't a person. Congratulations, you... I mean, with a question that has a quite ambiguous answer, I don't think the prizes for that would be amazing. But I don't know enough about fruit and or misleading questions to answer this. He doesn't get to choose? I don't know who's more annoyed, him for getting it or her for losing her only prize. Oh wow, this wasn't a trick question. I mean, it's entertaining for the people watching it, but playing this game show might be... I will state that, well, there's plenty to enjoy around here. Maybe game shows aren't one of them, but free haircuts, just a, honesty box, give and take here and there. What do you want to drop off? I don't think I've got much of value that I can afford. I think I'll just pay for the haircut, honestly. But whether it be a game show or just the thrill and enjoyment of cooking, watching people's dreams be shattered is something of an enjoyment around here. Bit of schadenfreude never hurt anyone. Whether it's just some of the absurdest animations and facial features like the old comics of old, or the over-the-top animation of some characters, whoever gets to work on this show, it certainly won't be a boring task for them. And whether we do actually see the separation of truly best friends here, or it would be called off in the last moment and therefore all the anguish they've gone through is for naught, or things will just continue as usual, just they'll be phoning each other every second of every day, even with the time zone difference. One thing I've got to give to this is that we know several characters and their stories going through the days here, and how it's all interconnected. Injury on a punchline, a joke of a different story, yeah, now we're leading into why he can't come to work today. That's the kind of continuity that I can always get behind. And if that's something that entertains you, let me know. If there's anything that I have glossed over or missed or not picked up, I really hope that someone can let me know. This feels like there has so much background details and gags that I'm not too observant for at the minute. So, if this has entertained you, if I said anything of value, let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below. It really helps out the video more than you realise. And of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out future uploads, or joining onto my Discord so you can get notifications when new videos do get released, or polls, votes, the same thing really, memes, general conversation, all the good stuff that you would expect from a Discord server really. But for now, try and get yourselves a bit of rest, and hopefully you don't have to go travelling to the countryside for a decent meal, or painfully average meal. I'll see you for the next one. Painfully average is pretty much all of British cooking, though.